Welcome back, guys. Many times it's important to bring information from a PDF into your DWG file. There's two main types of PDF files, vector-based PDFs or image-based PDFs. If you're bringing in an image-based PDF, then you simply just need to trace that information in CAD because the image is based on pixels that are either white or black. But if it's a vector-based PDF, there are actual lines and orientations to those lines and links, and we can bring those in and convert them into AutoCAD. But there's always going to be additional information in those vector-based PDF conversions that we don't need and are unnecessary, so there's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done. But it can still save you a lot of time over just tracing something from scratch. So in today's episode, we're going to go over bringing in a vector-based PDF, cleaning that up, and in this process, in this episode, we're eventually going to be using this object to create a new standard detail. And so you'll see the beginning portion of creating a detail and using this vector-based PDF to create an object that will then be used to be annotated and then turned into a detail. So let's learn. Welcome back, guys. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to recreate a detail using a vector-based PDF file to import into CAD and use that to speed up recreating the detail. So we have this PDF. I basically want to recreate this little detail here. And there's two types of PDFs, a vector-based PDF, which is what this is, where you can see that it doesn't matter how much you zoom in, it's still crystal clear. Whereas an image is made of pixels, and if you zoom it just gets more pixelated. But since this is vector-based, it has lines with vectors on it. We can import that into CAD, and CAD will infer lines and line types from that. So in order to do this, I'm going to type import. I'm going to go to that file, open it up, and I want page 4, so I'm going to pick that. And I usually like to leave use PDF layers because there's usually a lot of stuff that you want to delete. You really are only trying to capture some of the line work to make it a little bit faster than tracing the whole thing from scratch. And so by leaving the PDF layers in there, sometimes you can isolate things more easily and delete it more easily. So I usually leave that on and then leave these checked and then don't import it as a block because otherwise we just have to explode the block and then work with it. So just leave that unchecked. So click OK. I'll pick over here in the file. And so it brought this in as line work. It's not great. I think actually the PDF was a little bit messed up to begin with. So that probably came in the way that it was. But these are not, you can tell they're not multi-leaders. So we'll need to recreate all that. But first, let's just delete all of the stuff that we know we don't want for sure. And I don't think we want any of this. So we'll simplify the drawing down. We don't need that. That was in reference to the other standard detail. I'm going to move this out of the way because we're not working with this one right now. And so this is the main thing that we want. I'm going to create some new multi-leaders. Terminal. Bollard. Barrier gate. Safety loop. Arming loop. Now I can get rid of this that we don't need. We don't need all these pieces, so we'll delete them. Okay, so now we have this simplified, and I'm going to put everything on the 0 layer, and I'll put most of it on color by block, but then I'll pick these pieces of text and put them on green. Maybe we need to make them a little bit bigger. And so that way we just saved a bunch of time by not having to retrace all of this, but we also didn't just dump in the import and use everything that was in there implicitly, because a lot of it was trash. But so now we have a nice clean detail that we can, finish creating a detail, but we saved a bunch of time by using the import command. So use that as you need to for basically recreating a detail that's in a vector-based PDF file. Thank you.